What's up, guys? I'm glad to have you back. So everybody wants to make money performing crypto arbitrage, okay? But then should you be moving funds between crypto exchanges or be trading directly with people? All right, that's why in this video I'm going to be comparing cross exchange arbitrage and the P2P arbitrage. All right, and I'll be breaking it down step by step in this video, and I'll explain how both basically works, and at the end of this video you'll be able to know which one you would love to dive into more. Okay, but before we actually dive into this process, I would like you to please take small of your time to smash the like button and subscribe to this channel. Here I basically talk about different ways I make money online, ranging from crypto arbitrage opportunities to free updates that I've tried out, and also investment updates that I've tried out, and I make videos about them in case you find them helpful. Okay, now without wasting much of your time, let's dive into the process right away. So cross exchange arbitrage versus P2P arbitrage. Okay, now before we dive into the two arbitrage, let's talk about what arbitrage is. Okay, now arbitrage has to do with you buying low from one crypto market or from one market and actually selling high on another market. Okay, we have a lot of different type of arbitrage. We have the cross exchange, we have the P2P. There was the gift card arbitrage, which was much more popular about 2 years ago. I'm not sure about now, but back then it was very profitable. And there's also the futures to spot trading arbitrage. Okay, so it all boils down to you buying low on one market and selling high on another market to actually lock in a little or more profit margin while doing that. Okay, now starting with the cross exchange arbitrage, this particular arbitrage has to do with you buying from one exchange, let's say Binance, and then selling on another exchange, let's say KuCoin. Okay, in the cross exchange arbitrage, you buy a coin that is actually trading low on the first exchange and you go and sell it for a higher price on the other exchange. Okay, now one thing you need to notice that the profit margin in these don't usually used to be much, mostly from let's say 0.5% to about 5% profit margin is actually good enough for a very good cross exchange arbitrage opportunity. Okay, now P2P arbitrage on the other hand has to do with you trading directly with people, and it is called peer-to-peer, but we shorten it down to P2P. Okay, now as the word implies, peer-to-peer is just like saying person to person. Okay, now what you need to do in the P2P arbitrage is to actually buy a particular coin, let's say the USDT, from one person at a low price. Okay, so let's say you are buying it at 0.9 USDT from someone at a low price, then you actually have to look for a person to sell it at a higher price too. Okay, so let's say the person you're going to be selling it to, you'll be selling it at the rate of $1.2. In this type of arbitrage, you would have made about 0.3 cents or 0.3 USDT performing it. Okay, now one thing that makes the P2P arbitrage more profitable, or any type of arbitrage very profitable, is actually the number of profit margins you get to make on that arbitrage opportunity, or the number of times you get to perform that arbitrage opportunity. Okay, now whenever it comes to cross exchange arbitrage, you might not really get unlimited arbitrage opportunity on one particular token. Okay, but then on the P2P arbitrage, you could get unlimited arbitrage opportunity on a particular token. Okay, because the prices does not fluctuate as much as it does in the cross exchange arbitrage, because cross exchange arbitrage, you are working with the price of that particular token on the spot market. Okay, so I hope you actually get the logic around this. Okay, now another thing I want you to notice that P2P arbitrage does not actually limit you to using the particular crypto exchange to perform it. If you're someone who has a large community or a large contact group of people who are into cryptocurrencies, you could also perform P2P arbitrage. Okay, you could put in an ad on your WhatsApp or on your social media, and you can state that, okay, I want to be buying and selling crypto. In case you want to buy and sell, you can contact me. Okay, now whenever you're doing this, also know that you need to be aware of the capital you need to start with. I think with a low capital, you get to make a good amount of profits easily in the P2P arbitrage. Okay, I'm still going to talk about the disadvantage or the challenges you're going to face if you're going to be performing P2P. Okay, so you can also put in an ad on your social media, and then you could actually buy people's crypto at a lower rate. You set a rate a little bit lower than the normal rate, and then whenever you're selling, you set a rate a little bit higher than the normal rate so that you can actually make some profit. Okay, now that we've been talking about the good side of P2P arbitrage. Now let's talk about the challenges you may face if you are going to be performing P2P arbitrage. Okay, now one of the challenge is you might actually face scams, and that is because trusting people these days is actually very difficult. And in the P2P arbitrage, trust is actually very essential, especially when you are doing it offline. You're not using a platform like the Bybit, the BitGet, the Binance, and the rest to perform P2P arbitrage. Okay, you could easily get scammed because some people actually want you to send first to them, and once you do that, they might not want to actually deposit you or credit you the funds you're supposed to receive. Okay, so that's one of the issues you could face in the P2P arbitrage. Now, if you're going to be doing the P2P arbitrage offline, you need a very large audience, okay, because you need traffic. And if you're not able to get traffic, you might not be able to enjoy P2P arbitrage, okay. And another thing is that if you're doing it right here on the Bybit P2P, there are also other issues you might face, like bank restrictions, tax, and some fees you might encounter if you are performing P2P as a merchant right here on the Bybit, okay. So the P2P market actually depends on your country. If your country actually allows crypto transaction easily, you could enjoy it. But if your country is actually strict or a little bit strict with crypto transaction, you might actually face some challenge on it, okay. Now, coming back to the cross-exchange arbitrage, it has a lot of good advantage too, okay. So one of the advantages is that if you're using tools like the Arbi Hunt, the arbitrage scanner, or the Arbimate, you get to get unlimited amount of arbitrage opportunities on different cryptocurrencies, okay, and it will also spread up to different crypto exchange also. All right, now in the cross exchange arbitrage, one of the challenges you could face is that you need to actually register a lot of crypto exchange to be able to enjoy it. And then another one is transaction fees and the network fees you may encounter while moving one fund from one crypto exchange to another, okay. And also, the market is always moving. The market is not waiting for you. So in the cross-exchange arbitrage, you may face liquidity issues, or you could actually end up trading with a volatile market that might actually run you into a loss if you don't have a very good knowledge of it, okay. Now, I've been talking about the cross-exchange arbitrage more often. I've even made live transaction videos on it, and I'll be dropping those videos in the description section down below so that you can check it out and get more insight, okay. But for me, I've actually tried both arbitrage strategies and they are very wonderful. I've made a lot of money performing the P2P arbitrage, and I've also tried out the cross-exchange arbitrage a lot of times. In fact, I made a lot of live transactions on the cross-exchange arbitrage on this channel, and that's to tell you how good it has also been, okay. Though I don't think I have a favorite among the two, but I've been leaning more into the cross-exchange arbitrage more often these days because my country is a little bit strict with crypto transactions and the rest, so it has not made P2P trading very smooth for me. But then those who have been doing it actually have a lot of good testimonies on it, and it has been a very good strategy, okay. So that's just it about the cross-exchange arbitrage and the P2P arbitrage. All right, so let me know in the comments which one will you like to try out more often, and which one do you think is actually better among the two. All right, and if you actually find this video very helpful, please don't leave without smashing the like button and subscribe to this channel, and I'll be seeing you guys on the next update. Have a nice day. Bye.